All right, we got a Thursday night football matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. This should be a great game. We're going to start right here with my handy dandy spreadsheets. Look at Bengals offense versus Baltimore's defense. And then, of course, Ravens offense versus the Bengals. So Joe Burrow only has two 300-yard games. Last week he lit it up with 5 touchdowns, which is his second 5-touchdown game of the year. And giving up some interceptions here. Week 5 versus the Ravens, he was 30 for 39. 392, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 rushing attempts for 1 yard. Moss had been the running back 1 all season, but he's hurt. I think he's going on injury reserve, so I think he's done for the year. We got Brown, picked it up last week. He had 120, 5 for 5 receiving, 37 and a touchdown. I think he's looked like the better back on the year, so I hope Moss gets better, but this might be a good thing for the Bengals. Week 5 versus the Ravens. They didn't get much on the ground. Moss had 24. Brown had 46. Brown did get a receiving TD. The guy who did go off versus the Ravens, wide receiver 1, Jamar Chase, 10 for 12, 193, 2 touchdowns. That is huge. Chase has been playing well. Obviously, we got just the 200-yard games, but I mean, he's getting the targets 11, 11, 6, 6, 12, 6, 7, 5, 6. He's getting a couple TDs here, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So Jamar Chase, anytime the Bengals play, is always a decent pick. It's sounding like Higgins is out. There's a possibility. Who knows what will actually happen. Versus the Ravens week 5, Higgins also put up 83 yards. So who knows? It might go to Osivas here. He didn't do much last week. 1 for 4, 10 yards. Against the Ravens, he had 2 for 3 for 36. So nothing too exciting. Gesicki's the guy that stepped it up. 5 for 6 last week. 102 TDs. 7 for 8 for 73 the week before that. He had another nice game earlier in the season against Kansas City, 7 for 9 for 91. So he's capable. If Higgins is not going, even if Higgins is going, Gesicki's still in play. All has been showing up on the stat line. 24, 32, 10, 10, 28, 22, 32. Nothing too exciting, but he does come into play a little bit. If we look at the Ravens defense, last week they destroyed the Broncos. Only give up 223 yards, but they're giving up some yards here through the year. 334 versus James Winston. 370 Mayfield, 269 the Commanders. Obviously the Bengals got 392 here. The Cowboys, Dak Prescott got 379 against them. The Raiders got 276 against them. Mahomes got 291 against them. They traded for Tre'Davious White, I believe. I don't think he's going to help all that much. On the ground is where they're shining. They've only given up 42, 52, 40, 21, 24, 39, 32, 24, and 45. RB2s aren't doing much better here. Wide receiver 1. Even last week, Sutton 8, 122. It's hard to tell who wide receiver 1 is in the Browns game here. We've got 79, 85, 99 for the 3 receivers. Godwin 65, McLaurin 53, Chase obviously 193, 62, 67, 110 to Devontae Adams. And Rashee Rice had 103 back in week 1. We got a couple tight ends with decent games here. Njoku 61, Otton 100, Ertz 68, Ferguson 95, Bowers 98. They did hold Kelsey down, but Gesicki might be the play here. If we look at the Ravens offense, Lamar's been obviously good this year, putting up some yards here. 280, 289, 281, 323, 348. That was against the Bengals. 156 versus the Bills. They blew them out. Didn't need to do much. 182, 247, and 273. So he's hitting his passing yards most weeks. He's getting some TDs here. 3 TDs, 2 TDs, 5 TDs, 1 TD, 4 TDs, 2 TDs, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Obviously the man can rush. Didn't do much last week, but we've got 46, 52, 40, 55, 54, 87, 45, and 122. King Henry, been going off this year. 106, 73, 169, 132, 92, 199, 151, 84, and 46. He's putting the ball in the end zone as well. 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1. He's doing it all. We got Hill as their RB2. He's doing some decent yards out of the backfield here in the receiving. We've got 43, we got 44, we got 78, 21, and 52. So his receiving yards might be in play when gambling. Zay Flowers, been lighting it up this year. 127, 115, 132, 111, 91. Brought in Deontay Johnson. He should be active and playing this week. I don't know how that'll affect Flowers. But I mean, when you're putting up these stats, they're going to still try to find you the ball. Bateman, been off and on. 25, 28, 121, 71, 58, 23, 21, 40, 53. He's probably the guy that's going to hurt now that Deontay Johnson's there. Aguilar's been pitching in with a little bit, 29, 36, 20, 25, and on down. Mark Andrews come back to life a little bit here. We got 26 last week, which was disappointing, but a couple weeks before that, we had 36, 41, 66, and 55, and he's throwing in 4 touchdowns there. Likely had that monster game week 1, but he's cooled off. We had 47 2 weeks ago against the Browns, but not much else after that. We got the Bengals on defense here. The last 4 weeks, they've been shutting down quarterbacks. Now, they're not playing Hall of Famers here. Maybe Hurts might be being a Hall of Famer, but we got Minshew 124, Hurts 236, and the Eagles won this game, so he didn't need to do much more than that. 128 for Deshaun Watson, and Jones 205. They gave up the 348 to Lamar, Dalton 220, Daniels 254, Mahomes 151, and Brissett 121. They haven't been tested all that much. When they did against Lamar here, he lit them up. As far as running backs go, they played Philly the other week, and Barkley got 108. This is where I compare Derrick Henry to. He's capable of that 108 as well. They stopped Chubb, who cares? Tracy 50. Henry had 92 the last game. Hubbard had 104. Pacheco had 90. And Ramondre Stevenson had 120 and a touchdown. Derrick Henry could be in play depending on the odds. They aren't giving much up to the running back 2. As far as wide receiver 1s, Minshew had 124, and it looks like Myers got 105 of that. Brown at 84. Zay Flowers had 111 against them. McLaurin 100. Deontay Johnson had 83 against them. Rashee Rice 75. Douglas 12. This is interesting that Johnson played them and did pretty decent. Wide receiver 2, Smith on the Eagles got 85. Bateman got 58 against them. Got 66 against them. Top watched wide receiver 3. Tight ends, Bowers 45. Calcaterra got 58. Njoku 76. Andrews got 55 last time they played. Ertz 31. Hooper 31. So I think you can expect Andrews around this 55 number. All right, let's go look at the gambling line, see if we can find anything to bet on. So we got the Ravens minus 6.5, minus 255 on the money line, and the over-under is 53. They think there's going to be some points here. So we got TD scores, Derrick Henry minus 190. I'm not touching that. That juice is not worth the squeeze. Jamar Chase minus 125 is decent. Zay Flowers put up some points to get them their yards. 145 is not the worst. Chase Brown 120. Lamar can put it in the end zone any week. 155, 190 for Andrews. Gesicki here, 240 might be nice. Deontay Johnson, if he makes a splash, 310. Justice Hill, if he breaks a reception, 470 is not the worst. I'll take Jamar and Lamar. Why not? So we got passing props here. 234 for Lamar Jackson, 268 for Burrow. They both blew this out of the water the last time they played. I'm looking at the pluses here. Lamar Jackson, plus 140, get 250. I think that's a safe-ish pick. You can go wild, 275, 300 for plus 470. I'll get real crazy, 850 for 325. Remember, he got 348 last time these two teams played, so this is not crazy. Plus 850, 325, 348 last time they played. 250 is attainable, no problem, I'm playing that. Burrow had 392 last time they played. So it's 275 at 102, the 300 at 182, the 325 at 320, and the 350 at 580. All are reasonable. I think I'm going to give him 300 here. Burrow's been getting multi-touchdown games, 5 last week. This 3 at 260 is not the worst play. I'm going to lay off it. I'm just going to stick with the yards. We'll look at the receivers. So we got Zay Flowers at 59. I don't know how Deontay Johnson's going to affect him, but he's playing like a true wide receiver 1. I'm going to take this 59 and say thank you very much. Deontay Johnson, we don't know how he's going to fit in yet. He did do well against the Bengals when he was in Carolina. I think this 21.5 is very playable. I think he could look in the pluses. I just don't like when I haven't seen it yet with his new team. 21.5 does not scare me. Jamar Chase, 79.5, I'm fine with. Gesicki, I'm fine with 50.5. Mark Andrews' numbers right where I expect it to be. I think I'm going to lay off it just because he hurt me a little bit last week, and I don't expect him to get much more than, say, 50. So this is right on the fringe here. Ossie Bosch could be wide receiver 2. He's had some long plays this year where like one pass will cover this. Just if I bet on him, he doesn't hit. If I don't bet on him, he hits. So I'm going to leave it alone today. Maybe you want to bet on it because it'll probably hit because I left it alone. I think Zay Flowers to get into the plus 132 here, 70 yards, isn't the worst. 80 at 190. He had a decent game against them a couple weeks back. I'm just going to stick with the standard numbers right now. As far as running backs go, 90 for King Henry. He'll probably get it. It's such a high number. Chase Brown, 58. It's not a scary number, but the Ravens aren't giving up much on the ground. I'm going to lay off this. 49 for Lamar. He had 55 last time they played. I mean, one less run, and he's under this number. I'm just going to leave it be. All right, that's what I got. I got 8 selections. Jamar Chase, anytime touchdown. Lamar Jackson, anytime touchdown. Lamar, 250 yards passing. Joe Burrow 300 yards passing, Zay Flowers 59 receiving, Deontay Johnson 21.5 receiving, Jamar Chase 79.5, Gesicki 50.5. I'm not playing all 8 on a single ticket, so we'll whittle it down, get my favorites here. So I got a 4-leg parlay here. Lamar Jackson 250, Joe Burrow 300, Zay Flowers 59, Jamar Chase 79. My $10 plays 95. I usually like higher odds than that. I'll probably tinker around, find a different solution, but I think all these are very playable. You tell me, what are you picking Thursday Night Football? Put it in the comments. Happy to see what you're playing. What I missed, let me know. Don't be shy. If you like gambling content, be sure to like and subscribe. We'll be here with daily videos for you. Good luck, and may the odds always be in your favor.